first series, or first video in the series on how to make a longboard, a more in-depth look, I guess. Anyways, first we're just going to do like the prep and stuff. So what you're going to need is a template, or like, that's basically the shape of the longboard. And so there's a few ways you can do this. The easiest way is just going to this website, silverfishlongboarding.com. Go there, and then go to downloads. Go to downloads, and it'll bring you to this page. And there's going to be a lot of templates. So whatever, just pick the one you think looks the best or you like the most. With your first longboard, I would stay away from something kind of curvy like that. I'd get something more straight, I guess, more like that. But anyways, so they have their directions on here, but basically you're just going to hit download, it'll download, and then you'll open it into this. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to print, and then click poster. Under page size and handling, hit poster. So it'll print out in 6 sheets that you'll have to tape together. And keep in mind, this is just for Churchill ones, you know, it might be different for other templates. But anyways, after you do that and it prints off, so here it is. What I'm going to do now is cut and tape it together. Now it might print, like if you can see these lines, it didn't fill in all the way there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together, and I got an old base plate. I'm going to stick the holes where the holes would be on the longboard to line them up, so it's the right size. Because otherwise it'll come out too big, too wide, or too long. So yeah, this is just the easiest way to do it, is print it off online. You can also make your own, which I'll cover maybe in another video. Anyways, I'm going to cut these out and tape it together. Okay, so after you have your template cut out, you're obviously going to need some wood. So basically there are 2 sizes that are preferable. There's 1/16 and then 1/8. I find it, most boards in the industry are made with 1/16 because you can achieve more flex. But if you want a stiffer board, 1/8 is a good way to go, and it's much easier to find. So here's some 1/8. Maybe it's birch, or I don't even know, but whatever. It's 1/8. You can research different type of wood depending on how stiff or flexy you want, but yeah. So 1/8 or 1/16. You'll probably have to get 1/16 online, the veneers. But yeah, for 1/8, I just had to go to a hardwood, like who does flooring and stuff, and they have this. They don't. Sometimes they have it at Lowe's, but mostly you have to go to a specialty shop. And so once you get your 1/8 wood, it'll probably come in a whole sheet. And so either you can ask them to cut it, or you can cut it yourself. Basically, you want it to be 1 foot wide by 4 feet long. That's a preferable width and height. You know, most longboards aren't going to be over 4 feet unless you're making a dancer. And most longboards are definitely under 12 inches. So this is probably the best height and easiest to work with and easiest to cut. So now what you're going to want to do is you want to find the center. So what I use is I use an L, or whatever. So yeah, position the L. So what you want to do is take your L and mark 6 inches close to the top. Just a little mark. Then go down to the bottom. Mark 6 inches. Just a little mark down the bottom. And you're going to take a piece of wood, a long piece of wood that's longer than this, and longer than your piece of the first sheet of your wood for the longboard. Line it up with the 2 marks, and then draw a line all the way down it so it's straight. So it should look like this. So after you've made your center line, just line the template up with your center line and the center line of the template right here, and then tape it down. Preferably use painter's tape because it's easy to remove, so you can use your template again. So after that, if it's paper, I recommend using cardboard, but it's kind of hard if you're using printer or cardstock. So you'll probably end up with regular paper, which will fold up, as you can see, so you might have to take it down. Basically, just take a pencil, a sharp pencil, and trace it very carefully. It doesn't have to be perfect, because when you cut it out, you'll be able to sand, but trace as carefully as you can all around it. And yeah, I'll get back to you after I do that, because it's kind of hard to film. So after you trace, take your template, take all the tape off so it doesn't stick to it and ruin it like I did here. Then, okay, if you can hopefully see that, you're probably going to have some rough marks and some open areas where the tape was. So what you want to do is either just eyeball it or put a straight edge and pencil it in. Where's my pencil? Right. So like take it and then just use a straight edge to kind of guide you to fill it all in. And after that, you're pretty much done for the template. Some people would put their bolt holes in now, or where they would be, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. So for the press, I'm going to just show you a few ideas, but really it's pretty endless just as far as your imagination and I don't know, just what you can think of that will work. A lot of people, some people have like vacuum presses, the Roar Rocket kit, or those legit presses, like a pump press. But to keep this cheap, we're just going to use some good old wood and some clamps. Clamps, where'd my clamps go? Okay, well there's a clamp. Everyone knows what a clamp looks like. But anyway, so the first and the most basic, so what you're going to need is a long table type thing. As you can see, I've just got 2 horses and I've put a sheet of wood, so it's kind of like a table. Anyway, so once you've glued your 4 layers of 1/8 inch wood, the easiest you can do is just set some weights that you have, maybe a toolbox, just a bunch of stuff heavy, evenly over the board. This will just apply pressure so it all seals up right. This is just going to create a flat concave, obviously, so there's not going to be any concave and no kicks. So maybe if that's you just want a cruiser or a dancer, or maybe it's just your first board and you want to go easy, that's probably the way to go. Just evenly distribute weight over the 4 layers of the glued deck, I guess. What I do, well, one of the things, or if you, okay, whatever. If you want to step it up a notch and actually have it something like you might buy at the store, I guess, you're going to want concave. And I guess there's a few ways to do it, but this is how I do it. So as you can see, I have this piece of scrap wood, and it's just about the body of the board, you know, it doesn't go to the tail or the nose. So, and you put that right there in the middle, and then what I'll do is I'll put it in the middle, and I'll tape it down so it stays there. Then what I'll do is flip it over, and I'll tape it down before I start gluing. So I flip it over so it's like that. So then I'm going to put pieces of wood on either side like that, see? And then you'll put clamps, a couple clamps down, like 3 clamps here, maybe 2 or 3 clamps here, so it pushes down. And then, I don't know if I can show this, but these will come down, creating an arc, so that'll make the concave, because of the middle piece below. Here, let me try if I can see if I can show you this. Okay, so this is kind of what it might look like. Obviously, there'd be more clamps on the side. I don't think you can tell, but this is sloped, so that means there's concave under it. I'll try to show from here. If you can see, it kind of curves down on either side. Obviously, these aren't clamped all the way, but yeah, you just want to have 2 or 3 on each side, and you want to clamp them really tight. And basically, you'll just leave that for 24 hours to dry. So onto glue. I use Typebound 2. There's about 3 basic Typebounds: Typebound 1, Typebound 2, Typebound 3. Now you can use other brands. I just like this one the best, and Type bound 2 because type bound 3 is really expensive. Type bound 1 is just not quite strong enough. So why type bound 2? Well, I'm not really sure why type bound. It's a pretty good glue. They make a pretty good product. I mean, there's other brands. I think Elmore's makes wood glue too, but they're pretty common, easy to get at Lowe's, whatever. I think even Walmart sells it. But why level 2? Because type bound 1 is not quite strong enough, and type bound 3. I mean, you could use type bound 1. I'm not saying you can't, but for delamination purposes, type bound 2 is probably better. And type bound 3 is just too expensive. I mean, that alone is $18. Type bound 3, I think it's close to $30. So yeah. But anyways, get a gallon. I mean, unless you're just gonna make one and just be done with it, which probably won't. But because I mean, one of the little bottles, it's not gonna last you very far. This, you know, you got a lot. And you're not gonna run out, because you don't want to run out when you're in the middle of laying up your deck. So, I think I've covered everything, just for the prep wise. If I haven't, or if it seems like I missed something, just put it in the comment section below and I'll answer your questions or make another video related to this. I know I didn't cover how to make your own template, and that's just I don't know, it's gonna be I don't want to say annoying, but it's gonna be a little harder to make a video like that, just filming wise. It's a lot of explaining. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned in the future for, you know, as I keep going through how to make a longboard. But yeah, just remember, type bound 2, you need 4 layers, 4 pieces of 1/8 inch wood cut to 4x1, and you're gonna want clamps and some scrap wood if you want to get some concave in there. So anyways, have a good one, and see you guys later.